is up, guys? I hope you're all doing well. This is week 6 of my travel vlog videos from my bedroom. I know it's kind of ironic, but since I started this travel YouTube channel, I have still been stuck at home because of Corona, COVID. Anyways, so this week I still wanted to talk about cruising, but I also wanted to break into travel in case like cruising isn't your thing as well. So what I wanted to talk about was something I'm a master at: packing. I'm not really a master. I have made all the mistakes in the world when it comes to packing my suitcases, but I do pack for 7, 8, 9 months at a time in 2 suitcases that don't violate any of the airplane rules. So I'm gonna give you guys all my best tips this week. Also, if you've already subscribed, please ignore this. If you haven't subscribed, like, what are you doing? Subscribe, do it. Still kidding, but it really would mean a lot to me if you do like this video. To show your support, subscribe to my channel and turn on those announcements. Also, I'd like to apologize in advance for extra energy this week as I did just chug a Red Bull. I'm just gonna keep saying Red Bull every week in my videos until they sponsor me, okay? So if you're watching this and you're from Red Bull. So let's get into why you're all here today. How do I pack for 7, 8, 9 months at a time without ever paying for extra suitcases? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have definitely in my history of traveling paid the overweight bag fee, and I highly recommend to not do that because it is not worth the money. Do not tell my parents. I probably spent like hundreds of dollars on overweight bag fees. I really had a hard time when I first started traveling, not necessarily going to a location and being under the bag weights, but then coming home and having additional stuff put in my suitcase. So I'm gonna give you guys all my best tips of how I now avoid all of that. Do not sleep on this guy. You definitely want to purchase a suitcase scale, okay? It took me way too long to buy this the very first time. These are amazing. And guys, they're so cheap. I think I paid $10 for this. I'll link some down in the description. And you can measure in like kilos or in pounds, ounces, whatever you need. Oh, hello to you too. Plus, you can also measure the length and width of your suitcase in case you're afraid your carry-on might be too big. It really does sound dumb, but especially when you're packing a whole bunch of stuff for months at a time, you want one of these guys because you don't want a suitcase that's 45 pounds. You're gonna want that suitcase that is 49 pounds. And it's like the most embarrassing and awful thing in the world when you're at the airport and you have to figure out how to rearrange that weight. And I've done it all the time all over the floor of the airport. So this is a must-have. Plus, not to mention, I think my friends have used this more than I have. It's just so easy. I keep it in the front sleeve of my suitcase, buy one. Okay, this one is gonna sound very, very obvious, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I make this mistake all the time and I still make this mistake. So I have this beautiful suitcase, right? She's gigantic. I love her and she's purple. Now let me tell you what the problem is with my giant purple suitcase. She's too easy to overpack. So instead of buying one big suitcase and one small suitcase, buy 2 smaller/medium suitcases that no matter how full you stuff them, they will not cross that 50-pound weight limit or 23 kilos or whatever you use in your country. It's just too risky with a big suitcase. Yes, I love it, but what I do is I end up stuffing stuff in the pockets last second, and then I still get to the airport, and even though I used my scale and weighed it beforehand, I start putting my jacket in the suitcase and other things because there's space. And then I'm overweight, and then I have to pull it all out anyways. And it'll also entice you to maybe not buy so big of items while you're away anyways. If it doesn't fit in the suitcase, it doesn't come home. No mailing home here, we are on a budget. In my world, paperweight is not allowed. It's gotta go. It adds up too quickly, okay? So I'm allowing you 2 things. You can take your Bible and you can take a journal. Books just don't make sense. Buy a Kindle. They're like so cheap. They're like $30. Some of these like Amazon Fire readers, maybe more these days. I don't know. I'll research some cheap ones for you guys and also drop them below. But if you're an avid reader, you're gonna go through more than one book really quickly anyways. So when it comes to paperweight, try to cut that out as much as possible. This goes for like other heavy things like shoes. I have to pack different shoes for like almost every single night, and that is definitely one of the heaviest things in my suitcase because I need those different shoes for each different theme night, party night, athletic activity, outside excursions, whatever it is. So I understand that you do need shoes, but try to limit those as much as possible. If you cut back on shoes and then also your paperweight in your suitcase, you'll save so much weight. Okay, I'm gonna get into the hardest thing now. For me, it's clothes. And I'm sure a lot of people out there as well, because as much as you're good at using the same outfits, you are gonna get tired of it. What I do is because I know I travel a lot, I try to stick to a lot of staple pieces in general. So a black shirt I can wear almost anywhere. Denim jeans I can wear almost anywhere. And when I'm on the ship, I do have to have nicer things. But at the end of the day, the passengers rotate every single week, so I'm kind of lucky. I know this isn't for everyone, but I'm gonna tell you how I limit the clothing I take. I have 2 suitcases that I take on board. So maybe for your trip, you have 1 suitcase. And for each one, I have a packing cube set. You can find them anywhere. They're like at every single travel store. They're online, they're on Amazon, everywhere. Mine have these cute little pictures on the bottom. I don't know if you can see them. Of like what theoretically is supposed to go into these size of bags. As you can see, I've been home 3 months and still haven't unpacked. But basically, I don't pack more clothes than can fit into those 2 sets of packing cubes. It's just a way to hold myself accountable. At the end of the day, when I go on the ships, I do spend money. I do buy some stuff while I'm traveling. Almost everywhere I go, I'm gonna probably buy something. But it's always better to go with a little bit more space, because when you come back, it's gonna be less of a pain, which I know is so hard. I'm so bad at it. I'm still working on it. That's why I don't have as much to say about this category. But really set some limits and lines for yourself. It is annoying, but it's even worse if all your weight is spent on clothes and you don't have any room to buy anything new and bring it back with you. Okay, I cannot emphasize this more, but abuse your carry-ons. I've gotten away with carry-ons that are just as big as my bag that I've checked before. The cool thing about carry-ons is if you do have heavier items, I know it's gonna suck for your shoulders in the airport, but try to put those heavy items in your carry-on, because most carry-ons don't have a weight limit at all, they just have a width and length limit. And also, let's talk about the fact that you are gonna get on an airplane a carry-on and also a personal item. Now, if you bring this purse on, yes, it's cute, but you can do better. They don't care how big your personal item is, okay? So make use of it, get a good backpack. Consider doing a backpack or a duffel bag instead of your personal item, and you can even stuff your purse inside. I use this one because the straps are awesome. It comes with a sleeve for my laptop, and it has these awesome cords that I can actually attach a power bank inside and charge my phone on the outside of the backpack while I'm at the airport, which is awesome because I don't have to find any like portable hookups, and it was like cheap, guys. It's like $35. It has all these secret pockets for your passports and your money. I'll find it and link it below for you as well if you would like. But really, use a backpack or a duffel bag as your personal item. Stuff as much weight as you can in here as well. Okay, so this one is my favorite travel hack of all time. And I think I'm a genius for it. You guys might not think I'm a genius, but I think I'm a genius. Buy yourself one of these door hanger thingies for all your toiletries. Just like I limit my clothes to those packing cubes, I limit my toiletries, jewelry, accessories. What else do I have here? Some perfume. Everything, for me, it's everything but makeup. Because like makeup's like a whole other category, and I understand, I really do. So my makeup is separate, but the rest of my toiletries, I fit in here. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't go. And this is like the most genius thing in the world, because basically, I never unpack it once I get to the ships or the hostel or wherever I'm staying. I just hang it on the door, and it rolls up with this nice little thing. Let me tie it for you. Right, and then you can stuff it in your suitcase. I do this all the time. I stuff it in my suitcase, but I leave it next to like where I can easily reach it if I need it. If for whatever reason my bag is a little heavy and at the airport they don't let it slip, I pull this out and you can actually carry it as a purse onto the plane. I've done it so many times. I don't know if that's legal, but no one stopped me yet. If you do have something that you can just pull out really easily and carry with you personally on the plane, make sure to leave that where you can access it in case your bag does happen to be a little heavy at the end of your trip. Another thing that you really don't want to waste weight on is full-size toiletries. Not like toothbrushes, but like shampoo, conditioner. If you're going for a long amount of time, you're gonna have to find stuff in country at some point anyways. So when you're traveling, get yourself those cute little travel kits, keep them in your suitcase, and then you'll have a couple of weeks worth of products, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, whatever it is, before you even have to think about it. Guys, it's just a silly thing to waste weight on. I think my first contract, I was like, I'm gonna be extra prepared and have like full size of everything, which turned out to be super unnecessary. No matter where you're traveling in the world, well, I hope at least, they're gonna have some kind of soap. So, I mean, maybe there are situations where you'd have to pack more, but I really can't think of any good ones right now. So if you can, let me know and we'll discuss other ways. Thank you so much for watching. I hope some of those tips were helpful to you and will help you to pack for your next big adventure. As always, I do read all of your comments. I try to respond to as many of them as I can, and I try to answer all of your questions. So make sure to leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. I am so excited to see you guys all next week. But that is all I have on the topic for now. So until then, ciao for now.